And my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you this amazing young lady all the way from Namibia. I'll tell you a little bit about her. All the way from Namibia. She just started a business not even more than a year. Pretty much she's just turning a year in this business. But she has achieved a lot. She has been able to support her family big time. She has been able to get out of debts and all that. She has been able to buy nice, good things. She has been able to buy her first, I don't know if she has two apartments or something, but she's been able to buy an apartment using this opportunity. And now she's been able to be traveling the world with this business. And every single month, she's been making good income. She's one of the six-figure earners in our organization. And let me tell you something. She's just young, and she did not start this business 10 years ago. She just started this business last year. And as we are speaking today, she has achieved some of our prestigious company incentives, and we are so excited about her story and about her journey. And I know she's gonna share with us. She's going to motivate most of you guys, and I can tell you for sure, when you listen to her, you will see yourself, and you'll see yourself seeing how much you can also transform your life using this opportunity, because she also changed her life through that. Now, I am going to welcome Tia, but first of all, I'm not gonna bring her here yet, but I want you guys to burn my screen. I want you guys to welcome Tia by putting a lot of fire emojis in my chat, and I want you to burn my screen. I want you guys to burn my screen with the fire emojis so that we can bring Tia on stage. I've been able to make Tia the host. Tia, you can now share your screen. Let me stop sharing mine. You can now share your screen, and we are so ready for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Tia. Please burn my screen. I can see a lot of fire, a lot of people that are so excited, and I can tell you this is so powerful, and we are so excited about her. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tia, are you ready?
Yes, good evening.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, may you give your hands together, put your hands together, chat and everything, and welcome on stage none other less than Tia. She's a senior manager, Eagle manager, and she has achieved so much in our business. We are so excited to have her today. Tia, back to you. Thank you so much, my leader. We cannot wait to hear.
Good evening, leader. Can you see my screen?
Yes, definitely. We can definitely see your screen.
Oh, great. Sorry. Good evening, leaders. My name is Andreas Ndishishi, well known as Leader Tia, as our host just introduced me. I am super grateful to be here, and I am also so honored to be sharing my story with you tonight. So today I am going to share my story, hoping that it's going to inspire someone, and I call it a story of hope. And I'm going to speak about how I've lost everything and forever living, and God has restored it all with extras through the forever living business opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tia Andreas Ndishishi, all the way from Namibia. I am an Eagle manager in the Forever Marketing Plan. So my story started long time ago in 2017, sorry. That's where I would say life has started for me. I became a mom in my final year of university. God blessed me with a beautiful daughter born with albinism. And I would say the day that I've gotten that little girl was the day my life transformed completely. So, after giving birth to my beautiful daughter, I was asked to move out of the house, and I am going to share this today from the beginning, so you get to understand where the drive is coming from, so you get to understand why I am who I am today, and why I keep running, regardless of the challenges, and why I don't have any excuses in my life right now. So I became a mom in 2017. God blessed me with a child born with albinism, a special, beautiful baby girl. And in the first 4 weeks of being a mom, I was asked to move out of the house. And I gave birth in the coastal town of Namibia, actually. And this is where there is no sun, right? Not like in most cases in the coastal town in Swakopmund, there is no sun. So when I gave birth, then I was asked to move out to find my way out. And the first thing that I did was to call the father of my child. I told him, and then he said I must go to him to the capital city, Windhoek, which I did. And just after 3 weeks of staying with him, he was like, no, the parents are complaining. They can't accommodate me anymore. I needed to find my way out. So he told me that I went to a lady from our village and I told her my situation, and she told me that I have a room behind my house that I can help you stay in. And I was super excited. I felt like, oh, thank you, God, you've answered my prayer. At least I have somewhere to stay. So when I went to now, I packed my things and I went to view the place and I went to the room. I got the shock of my life, I should say, because when I got there, guys, it was a shock. We call it a bashu, a color-grated iron building. It didn't have water, no electricity. There was absolutely nothing. And I was sleeping down on a mattress with my daughter. I lived that life for more than, I think, 4 or 5 months. And I remember fetching water in the capital city. And I was living in a room that doesn't have power. And I know where I am coming from at our village house, everything is there. There's water, there's electricity. But I'll tell you right now, through that moment, I've learned that what is home, what is at the village is not yours. And when the situation really kicks you, you get to realize that you need to work for your own things because you can't carry the house at the village and come with it. To the city, right? And I also could not go to the village because my child, as I said, she's born with albinism, and the sun in the northern part of Namibia is very harsh. So the dermatologist told me I should not go to the north until she was a year old. So I lived in that place. I became depressed. I was, living a life I didn't know was possible for me. And, everyone abandoned me. Everyone didn't want anything to do with me. My mom was not talking to me. I was in a situation where I felt like the only thing that I had was my daughter. And at this point, my daughter, as I said, she's born with albinism. I did not grow up with anyone born with albinism. I didn't go to any school with anyone born with albinism. I didn't know how to handle that situation because I was just a young child also that got to be blessed with a child. And how as Africans look at, kids that are born with albinism, we look at them. I remember there were even times where people would, say that, no, I'm cursed. That's why I'm cursed. My life is what. It was harsh. And the only thing and the only person that I had was me. So that is where I started. That is where my life started. So when through those going through depression, being like wanting to commit suicide and all that, I decided to go to the village. I told myself life is not easy. I have to live this life because I can't afford anything. I had nothing to do or I had nothing to live for in the city. I went to the village to stay with my mom in the village. And that is how when I went to the village, um, okay. When I went to the village, something horrible happened. My daughter really got a horrible sunburns, and we got admitted in the hospital. This was the hardest time of my life. And the pictures that you're looking at right now, that's my daughter, and that is my life. Before anything, the girl that you are looking at, that was me as a mom to a child that I brought in this world. Those days in the hospital really, really did so much to me. Then I started looking for something to do. I told myself, Tia, you are either gonna do something about your situation or you are gonna be stuck in this situation for a lifetime. No one is coming to save you and no one owes you anything. The day I told myself, because I used to blame people. I used to say, no, my mom is this, my sister that, my who that, father of my child is not doing that and that. I used to be blaming people. But the moment I told myself no one is coming to save me, and the day I told myself that no one owes me anything, that was the day my life changed. I started looking for opportunities to change my life, and I met another network marketing business. That is the business that I did since 2019 until 2023 before moving to Forever. When I got in that business, guys, I ran and my business was doing well. I got from the village, came to the city. I started renting, and my daughter went to stay with my elder sister. I was contributing to pay the private school then, and I was, contributing to my child's education, contributing home and all that. And I was having a beautiful flat or apartment in Dorado Park, which was beautiful until 2022, guys. I think, I don't know if it's 2022 or 2021. I lost my sponsor in the business. And when I lost my sponsor, the sponsor is someone that introduced you to or introduces you to the business. When I lost the lady that brought me in the other business, my business started going down. I started being demotivated. I started seeing no results. Because one thing I'll tell you right now, in network marketing, the most important person that you are going to have is your sponsor. The person that is going to hold your hand, give you the support, tell you that I'm proud of you, even when you feel like you're not doing enough. That is the person that I lost. So when now everything started falling apart, guys, everything started falling apart. It started not being able to afford the rent that I was having. I started not being able not to afford the life that I was living. And that's how I actually, a friend of mine in December, because sometimes, more especially, we stay so long in situations because we don't want to be true to ourselves. So I stayed a whole year in a situation where I was struggling to afford rent, a whole year in a situation where I was struggling. I could not even support my daughter because I could not afford. I was earning 1,600 rent per month in the other business. I could not afford anything. My rent is 3.5. My daughter, the school office that time monthly was 1,000. I could not afford anything. Literally, the money that I was getting, I could not even pay anything. Until a friend of mine, December 2023, came to me and she said, "Oh, Tia, I lost my job and I think I won't be able to afford rent anymore. Maybe I was thinking maybe we can move in together." So when she told me that, I was so hurt because I felt like, what, moving together? Because the place where I was renting, I was not allowed to stay with anyone. So when she told me that, I was, what, staying together with you? Then that means I have to move from my flat, from, Dorado Park is a better location, I should say, and then I should move to Katutura. I was like, now this is where I am losing everything. Everything that I was having, everything that I've worked for. I started selling my stuff. I lost, literally, I was starting over. I moved out of my flat and I went to live in with a friend. That was 2024, beginning of 2024 last year. So January 2024 was the month that I moved. And January 2024, my daughter also went to the hostel because I can't even afford to contribute anything. I am living now with a friend. My daughter is in the hostel. Guys, I felt like I was losing everything. And I felt like I was gonna end up again in the bashu. I felt like my life was shattering. I felt like literally everything that I was working for, everything that I've worked so hard for, was literally just, I was losing everything. Until in February last year, my sponsor, Mariana, DM'd me on Instagram and actually introduced this amazing opportunity to me. But this opportunity, before she introduced it to me, it was already, I was already once invited to a presentation. But then, because I was in a place where I felt, I'm okay where I am, I did not take the opportunity. I felt, what, I am comfortable. I felt comfortable until life really hit hard. So when my sponsor now, Mana Mariana Hilarious, came into my life, that's when I realized that, guys, everything happens for a reason. I had to be moved from my flat for me to end up staying with my friend, for me to be able to end up here in forever, for me to end up feeling like I have nothing, for me to start over again. And guys, I want to reintroduce myself. My name is Andreas Ndishishi once again, and I am a stay-at-home single mom. I started my forever journey last year on the 26th of March. I am an Eagle manager in Forever. I am a senior manager, a Forever to Drive level 1 qualifier, 100cc club, 60cc club. Because when I came in this business, when I was shown the possibility, I told myself, I am going to get everything that I've lost and more. That's why I said Forever has restored my life with extras. So this is my why. This is my beautiful girl, guys. This is my blessing. This is the reason I keep pushing in life, because I've seen her, I've suffered with her, and I've seen her, how I've seen her, like what she goes through when she is exposed to the sun. I've seen what it feels not to afford sunscreens. I've seen what it feels not to afford lotion that can keep her skin. And look at her now. So beautiful, right? Beautiful. And that is what I live for. Because if I don't do this for my child, no one will ever do it for her. And you know what I went through in life with her made me realize that if I don't pull up my socks, then she's going to live a life where she is suffering. She's going to live a life where people are judging her. She's going to live. I don't want her to be judged. I want her to have everything that people will also accept her. I don't want anyone to look at her and say, yo, you know how we look at these children? This is my blessing. And this is the child that has transformed my life. Guys, this is the girl. This is the reason I keep pushing. So today I would also want to speak about my sponsor, Mariana Hilarious. If you are in this training, if you are watching me today, thank you. Thank you for the sake of my daughter. Thank you for transforming my life. Thank you for picking me up from the bottom. Thank you for helping me get started, because I remember when you came in my life, I didn't even have the money to get started with this opportunity. You gave me your products to sell. You gave me a strategy to sell products so that I can raise my joining fee. And that's how I got started. If it was not for that, I wouldn't have been here. Thank you for holding my hand, for mentoring me. Thank you for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for seeing my potential, and thank you for changing my life. So as I said, I started this opportunity on the 26th of March last year. And when I started, my sponsor told me, Tia, you said you can sell, right? You said you can commit, right? I want you to get started and do not look back. I got started on the 26th. After 26 days of being in the business, ladies and gentlemen, I became a supervisor in 26 days. And I became a manager in 4 months of being in the business. I qualified for Forever to Drive level 1 in 8 months of being in Forever. I became a senior manager in 10 months of being in Forever. And I became an Eagle manager in 11 months of being in Forever. And guys, I would want to say something there by Eagle manager. When the Eagle manager qualification was, announced, I was a supervisor. I was literally a supervisor when Eagle manager was announced. And I'll tell you right now, if you are in this call and you are a supervisor, you are an assistant supervisor, or maybe a preferred customer, I'll tell you right now that if you take this business serious, next year around the same time, you will be an Eagle manager qualifier. But I'll tell you right now that it didn't come just because I am Tia. It didn't just come because, I had a sponsor that was supportive. It came because I've put in the work. I'm sure we've got the support. Look at me, the first picture that you are looking where there's a bus. It was taken on the 22nd of March. I was not even on the system yet, but I was taking that bus going to Rundu to have a business presentation about a business that I'm not even part of yet. Because when I was told about the benefits of Forever, I told myself I am capable. I told myself that I am going to make it work. I told myself that when I get started, there's nothing that is going to stop me. So I started running for my business. I started running in my business even before I got in the business. Guys, I have been high on inviting for one-on-ones, showing up even when my sponsor is not there. And I had the confidence because, guys, one thing I want to tell you right now, if you are not in the business yet, start learning about it already. If you are in the business and you are not leveling up, it's because you don't have enough information. Guys, educate yourself about the business. Attend training, attend presentation, be able to give a presentation to other people. And you look at the third slide. The third slide is me giving a presentation to students, guys. And I didn't even have a laptop. That was a file, a pocket file that I was presenting with that my sponsor actually printed for me. I was using a pocket file to give presentations. I didn't have a laptop. And in the second slide, the laptop that I was holding was not mine. It was for Mr. Lucky. He came to help me host this presentation. And in the third picture is me again. I mean, in the fourth picture is me again. I went to launch my team in Rundu. Then I was in the business. So when I got in this business, for me to have achieved all that I've achieved was not by luck. Guys, success doesn't just come by luck. It comes after you've put in the work. I have been committed and I've been showing up, whether it's for meeting, for presentations, whether it's for support to support my team. I have been there since day one. So the results of activities, you see me there. The first picture, I went to sell with my mother. My mother sells fruit and veggies under a tree, and she is also one of the people that has inspired me really to be the woman that I am. And to be honest, guys, as I spoke about my story, I said my mother didn't want to talk to me. But then I used to be like, no, my mom hates me. My mom, but I now I understand. My mother was disappointed. You were sent to school, you fall pregnant, you know that is not, our parents, the mentality that our parents have is we send you to school, you graduate, you come back, you get married, you have kids, you have a 9 to 5, and that's how it's supposed to be. My mom was just disappointed in me. So this, I started selling. I sometimes go and sell my products, and she's so proud of me. I go sell my products with her under the tree, and that's how I became a top sponsor, guys. The people that have been introducing the opportunity to doing the one-on-ones, to doing the coffee meetings, to started joining the business. And as they started joining the business, guys, I also started building a team. Right now, I have a team of over 360 something. And I'll tell you, the people that I've brought in the business myself are people that I met on social media. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you are in the villages, for as long as you have a smartphone, for as long as you have internet, you'll be able to build your business from wherever you are, unless your why is not strong enough. So, guys, let's talk about the earnings. How, when I got started, what inspired me? As I said, guys, before I speak about these earnings, I want you to know that, guys, this is effort based. It's not something that you're just going to get because you join, but you are going to put in work for you to be able to earn this money. I want to speak about April. April was my first month in Forever. I joined on the 26th of March. That's when I got on the system. And I said before getting the business, I was already doing presentation, one-on-ones, doing calls. So when I joined the business, I already had prospects that were saying they will join. So when I got that poster, when I started posting that poster of I'm finally in the business, my prospects started saying, no, I'm joining when I'm joining when. And I remember joining on the 26th, and on the 27th my first full member came in, and on the 28th I think I recruited around 3 other people, because I remember in the 4 days of being in my business, the first 4 days of March, I did 9 CCs personal when I was starting. So my first paycheck came in, which was 1,555, guys, because in Forever, in Namibia, South Africa, and we get paid 4 times a month. When this money came in, guys, I told myself, you know what, Tia, wherever this 1,500 came from, there is more. And if you put in the work, you are going to get more out of it. So I started putting in the work, and the first 3 weeks of being in Forever, Forever paid me 11,000, guys, 11,000 Namibian dollars. And I'm coming from a business that was paying me 1,600 in a month. Now I was like, what? So if you commit, you put in the work, you change your mindset and you focus. If there's something that I speak about, guys, focus. If you want to make it in Forever, you have to focus. The focus is where the money is. The focus is where the growth is. Let go of what other things that you are doing and focus. Unless you have a job, and because the moment, guys, the moment you treat Forever as a side hustle, you are going to get a side hustle results. I will tell you right now. You treat it as a side hustle, those are the results that you're going to get. So my second month of being in the business, Forever paid me 20,000, and I was like, wow, I just started. I don't have, you find someone that is saying, no, I don't have a story to tell. I don't have a story. People won't believe me. I don't have a job. Guys, I started without a story. I started without a job. I just started with a mindset of wanting it. And in September, guys, Forever now, the income, the commission started getting a lot. I think in September, Forever paid me over 50 something thousand. And guys, I'll tell you right now again, this is not money that Forever is gonna give you because you are a member, but you are going to get this when you put in the work. Right now, I couldn't, this is just the little money or the small paychecks that I got. And I'm sharing these ones because these were my paychecks when I was getting started. I want you to see something that you can relate to. So now leveling up. When I saw that money, I started running. I leveled up. I became a senior manager. First I became senior manager, assistant manager. But I'm not speaking about assistant manager and manager because to me those are stepping stones, guys. There is better things up here. And I started with senior manager, and with being a senior manager means I've produced two managers directly under me. And those are the ladies that are also been running within the business since I started. And both of them, I met them on social media, guys. So if you are watching me right now, do not have excuses because you have social media. I became a Forever to Drive level 1, guys. When Mariana was my sponsor, was telling me, no, you can get a car allowance, you can qualify. I felt it was too good to be true. But look at me now. I told myself, if she said it's doable, I am going to do it. I also qualified for an Eagle manager this year, guys, meaning I'm going to Phuket, Thailand with my +1, and I'm also taking my daughter because this business is about my daughter, guys. That's my strongest why. So I'll be going to Thailand, everything fully paid by Forever. I am super grateful, guys. Last year, beginning of last year, guys, life was hard, but look at me now. Just within 11 months, all this was achieved. And I am not telling you this so that you feel like, for those that have been in the business for the longest, the good news is you can start now. Start over. You can start now and still run. You don't have to feel like, no, but I've been here for long and it hasn't been working. You can start now, and I promise you, if you commit to it, it's going to work for you. So guys, my achievement, I was able to get, as I spoke about, I was staying with a friend. Right now I'm staying in my own apartment, and I also moved back to the coast, Swakopmund, so that my daughter can be in a city that accommodates her skin, so that she doesn't have to run from the sun, because we hardly get the sun here. We are close to the sea. And my daughter, I've also enrolled my daughter into one of the best private schools in Swakopmund from being in the hostel last year. Because when my daughter was in the hostel, she come back home, she has wounds, she has mosquito bites, and those are things that were breaking me. Those were things that were pushing me to work hard in my business. And when I got in this place, my new apartment, guys, I think I spent around 100,000 to just furnish it up, guys. I am so grateful. Being able to go in a shop and you are swiping something of 26,000, that is a life I didn't know was possible for me. So Forever is where ordinary people, a village girl like me, can transform her life. And I'm sure if you get started, you can also achieve just those amazing results. I've never been on a plane before, but because of this amazing business, guys, I got to be on a plane for the first time. And the first picture that you are looking at, I was at the Hosea Kutako International Airport in Namibia. The second picture, I was at another airport in Frankfurt, Germany. The third picture, I was at the airport in Cape Town. So from someone who has never ever been in a plane to someone who is coming from one plane to another. I am so grateful, guys. That is the power of hard work, the power of committing, and the power of being true to your goals, and the power of setting non-negotiable goals, and the power of having zero excuses. And I remember traveling to South Africa with my two now managers. They qualified as supervisors, and my sponsor paid for their flight tickets to South Africa. And you can see the first picture. The first lady is Zia. In the middle is me, her sponsor. The third lady is Poppy. In the middle is me, her sponsor. We went to South Africa for Success Day so that they get to be recognized on an international stage for becoming brand new supervisors. Amazing, amazing leaders. So focused. And right now, as we are speaking, they are managers earning over 40,000 per month from Forever. So, guys, you are going to start this business for yourself, but you are going to impact so many lives. So, if you are watching me right now and you are not in the business right now, you need to get in the business because God wants to bless someone through you. But that blessing is not coming because you are not in Forever yet. So, we were booked at Beechwood. There, this hotel is close to the airport, and actually, that is where also the presentation happened. We got a chance to also visit the warehouse or the warehouse in South Africa where our products are sent from. And guys, one of the most exciting trip, the trip to Italy. You know, if I have to speak, if I have to be very grateful, is I have to send my gratitude to my sponsor. Above God is my sponsor. My sponsor ran an incentive in her team, and I qualified for it. She qualified for Eagle Manager last year, and she was gonna go to Italy to rock the boat. She ran an incentive into the team to say whoever qualified for it, she will take that person as her plus one. And I ran for that incentive, and she took me as her plus one. So the first picture is just me in Cape Town. I went with my sponsor to Cape Town and went to pick up our envelope. And guys, we went to rock the boat. Yo, it was that such an amazing experience. These are things I never thought were possible for a girl like me, guys. But when you discover the beast within you, there's nothing that you cannot achieve. I'll tell you right now, because I've seen it work for me. I've experienced it myself. And we are sharing these things so that we can show you possibilities, what is possible in Forever. And guys, the second picture is just me close to the boat, guys. The boat, I guys, that boat, that thing was big. It was so big. I didn't, if you've watched Titanic, I always say maybe it's even bigger than Titanic. I didn't see Titanic. I've seen it on the radio, I mean on the TV, but maybe it's even bigger than that. It was such a beautiful experience. And that is just all. The third picture is just my sponsor and I again in Venice, guys. Venice is the floating city in the world. Who would have ever thought that I would go to Venice, one of the most beautiful cities in the world? And this first picture here, we are still in Venice, and then we went to visit Croatia. I didn't even know we had a country called Croatia, guys. And in Croatia, we went to visit Dubrovnik. Um, is it Dubrovnik? Yes, where Game of Thrones was filmed, guys. I was walking through those streets. Guys, it felt so unreal. I visited Rome, guys. The Rome that was not built in one day. Because of this amazing opportunity, I stepped my foot in Rome. So, in conclusion, guys, I just want you to I just want you to reflect. Before I go to read what I wrote here, I want you to reflect on your journey. Be grateful that you are part of this amazing company. And if you are not part of this amazing company, I hope that my story today have inspired you. And I want to share with you that the most underrated skill that will guarantee you success in Forever is the ability to learn. If you just master the ability to learn, the willingness to learn and to be coachable, trust me, there's nothing that is going to stop you from becoming successful in the business. And I want you to invest in your business. Show up, even when it's not convenient, guys. Show up for your business. You are doing it for yourself. And guys, do not ever think about who is benefiting from you. When I started my business, I didn't even know how much my sponsor was earning. All I cared about was I was just asking about the trips. And I was asking, when I became a supervisor, I always sit with my sponsor and say, Mama, what is next? About being, when we smash assistant manager, I'm like, Mama, what is next? What do we need to do? We set goals and we make them non-negotiable, and we show up. You invest your money by showing up to different towns. You invest your time to show up for your business. And guys, become an independent distributor. If you are in this business, you need to be an independent distributor. You need to be self-driven. You need to want it for yourself, because your sponsor can just do a little. They can't do everything for you. They can't want it for you. Cut your excuses in half and double your actions, guys. We all are having challenges. I haven't spoken about challenges in my presentation because I don't like dwelling in challenges, but they are there. But I love looking at the positive side of everything, even when I'm challenged. And you will never know, oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I think I live by this one. You will never know what you are capable of until you challenge yourself. So,
So
leaders and those that are not in the business, challenge yourself. You will never know. And guys, God does not make mistakes. There is no way that you are here by chance. You must be here because, guys, this is a sign that you have to get started with your business if you didn't start yet. If you are in the business, you were supposed to listen to my story tonight because God wants you to see the possibilities to show you that even Tia can do it. So you as well can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andreas Ndishishi and I will do forever, forever. Thank you so much for your time.
wow, wow, wow. That was absolutely mind-blowing. Tia, oh my goodness. I think this is the first time I've heard your story in detail like this. This is just beautiful and amazing. Thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. I
Thank
believe
you, my
I've been
leader.
reading the chat. The fires are there. I can tell you, you cannot read everything that you see. It's just crazy. Thank you so much. And guys, Tia was so scared. She was telling me, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'm so scared. I'm nervous. I can't be. I don't, but you did an amazing job. You have inspired
Thank you.
thousands, I mean, hundreds of people. We were over 400 and close to 50 people in the room, and we're still 400 people in the room. And everybody is here, got motivated, got inspired. And that is exactly the aim of this meeting. Tia, hands up, hands down. You
Thank
do
you so much,
justice
my leader,
to our
for the
meeting.
opportunity.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
May God bless you with your beautiful, beautiful child. May God bless you a lot. And thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please blow Tia's screen. Please, I want you to blow Tia's screen by putting some fire emojis in the chat. And thank you so much. She did an incredible job because it was just amazing, guys. Wow, this is just so wonderful. Tia, all those fires, all those flowers are for you. And wow, this is just amazing. Thank you so much. It's beautiful and it's so inspiring. This is just beautiful. Wow, I don't know what to say anymore. Guys, I know each and everybody is inspired and motivated, and I know you can see how Forever can really transform life. I know you can see, you've seen how Forever can really change somebody, can take somebody from grass to grace, from zero to hero. In just 1 year, Tia has been able to turn her story 360-degree. I am so sure she does not recognize herself by now. And all this is because of our great, beautiful opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, as she shared here, she said, you are not here by chance. You are not invited here by chance. You have not 400 people joining this meeting until now. You did not stay all the way by chance. You were meant to listen to Tia's story. You were meant to be motivated by her testimony today. You are meant to start. There is something deep inside you that tells you, get started, try this thing. Listen to that voice. Listen to that voice. And it's crazy and I love it so much. Tia, thank you very much. Now, if you're here, you know, she spoke about something very important. She spoke about support. She mentioned her sponsor, which her name is Mariana, and she spoke about how you can get support when you start our business. So do not be overwhelmed and think you have to learn everything, you have to do everything by yourself when you get started. We are going to give you support. The only thing you need, you have to be very close to your sponsor. A sponsor is somebody that has introduced you to this business, or your manager, or your leader, whoever is going to lead you to this amazing opportunity. So don't worry about that. We're going to give you all the lessons and everything. We're going to train you so many things so that you can be able to succeed. And let me tell you something. Everything we shared here might sound so good to be true, but let me tell you, everything is possible. Every anything is possible. So let's get started, join the business, and let's see how we can get to the next level. Now, I will just quickly finish up by telling you how you can get started. This is very important for you to understand, okay? First of all, how do you get started? Now you've interested, you've been motivated by Tia's story, and you're saying, you know what, Wilbert, I am ready to get started. I want to get started. How do I get started? Easy peasy. What do we do? The first thing is we do registration. We are going to send you a link to do your registration, or if you're in Namibia or somewhere, we can you can meet with your sponsor, give you that registration form, and then you can register with your form. And then from there, registration is free. We do not have joining fee. We do not have monthly fee. The only money you're going to pay is the capital to buy your product. Okay? Is the capital to buy your product. That is the only money you're going to pay. The rest, everything is free on our organization. You attend our free trainings, you'll attend our free business presentations that are happening on our Zoom meetings almost every single week, and we'll coach you and guide you and lead you to the success that you're looking for. Now, how do you get started? There are 4 ways you can get started mostly. Number 1, I'm not sure if I've changed all the prices, but I know we have a little bit of price change. But I know in some countries, I think they're the same. Maybe in Kenya and Zambia, not really sure about the prices. But yeah, there's a little bit of slight change. But these are the ways you can get started. If you're just coming to, you just came to this meeting and you don't know how to get started, you don't know how to do to start the business. So this is how you get started. First of all, when you become a member, we want you to become a full member by buying the full member stock. If you buy a full member stock, you purchase a full member stock, you'll be able to become assistant supervisor. An assistant supervisor in our organization is somebody who is able to begin by a 30% discount. So you start by getting that 5% discount, and then from there, you'll be buying product from the company at a 30% discount. And then from there, you'll be buying the product and selling the product and get a profit of 42%. So if you buy products for 1,000 and you sell product of 1,000 to your client is going to give you 1,420. That 420 is your profit, and the 1,000 that you bought the product, it is already returned to you. And then you can also recruit people. That means you share this opportunity with other people, and each person, if any person joins the business, you get paid as well. If somebody joins with the Start Your Journey Pack, with the Start Your Journey Pack, what you're going to get is you're going to get around for southern part of Africa, you're going to get 1,800 Namibian dollar or South African rands. Okay, if somebody joined with this package that we're talking about right now, you're gonna get 2,500 as your bonus, and I believe you're going to learn so much, and we'll teach you how to go through all this process. You'll be able to build your team and also choose any product. So this is the stock in any country you are right now. You can see the prices there. This is the stock that you can start with. That is number 1. Number 2, half of this, if you cannot start with that, half of that, you can start the business with half of that, which I don't really recommend, but the company gives you an opportunity to start by buying a half stock, which we call it 1cc. If you buy a half stock, you get a chance to buy those products at a discounted 5% discount, but at half price of the first price, the full combo price, okay? But now, you only get 5% discount. Now you will only get to 30% discount and get all the opportunities and all the chances to bring people in your business, to recruit. You only be able to do that when you have already become an assistant supervisor. That is a person who have done a purchase of a full member stock. That means it's like you buying half pack twice. If you buy it twice, you get to assistant level. Some people, they don't have this price, they don't have this half package, maybe they don't have money to start with that. You can start with a quarter package, at least quarter of that amount of money, and then from there you get started building your way up to assistant supervisor level. Now here is one of the very interesting part where you can get started. Our company has introduced a special package. We call it the Start Your Journey Pack. Now, with the Start Your Journey Pack, you get all the advantages of starting with a person, all the advantages that the person started with the full stock, but you get that advantage by just starting with 700. If you're in South Africa, that is 7,110. Same applies to Namibia, 7,110. But also Tanzania is cheaper than that. Tanzania is like 1.2 M. And then Kenyan shilling is like 56, something like that. And you get to start. Zambia, I think it's 8,000. I'm not really sure about. I didn't check the current price. But still, you'll be able to buy at a cheaper price and get all the advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, if I am to advise you to start, this is the right time to start. It's the beginning, almost the beginning, the first week of the month, just getting to the second week of the month. And let me tell you something, anyone can be able to do it. If Tia can do it, if I can do it, if a person who have introduced you, invited you to this meeting can do it, if all those people can do it, then you can definitely do it as well. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wilbert Malia, and I'm so happy and excited that I've been joined by Tia today as our guest speaker. We're gonna meet you next week again on a Testimonial Tuesday. Wherever you're gonna get this, you got this poster, trust me, the same person is gonna give you another poster for the next week, and we'll be having different guests to come and motivate. Now, if you have not started yet the business, I advise you start the business now, so that next week you can invite somebody in your team, or a new person. You can invite somebody so that they can join the meeting and become members, and then you'll start getting paid. And so that when these meetings are going on, you can also invite people and get a chance to grow your business to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, please, may you all again put your hands together for Tia and everybody of you. I truly appreciate. Congratulations for taking time and coming to join this session. And I believe you have been motivated and inspired with our Testimonial Tuesday. Thank you so much.